Oh, did you know that there's an e-beggar named darksydephil? Oh, so embarrassed. He's in his 40s and he e-begs. Sweet. Every day, a little bit, tweaking a little more, tender. I've walked on my toes my whole life. Like that. Because my muscles were already big down there. Flavorful. It's still an answer. It doesn't matter if it's honesty or not. It's still an answer. I am going to ask for contributions, and you're going to like it. Sasquatch. Afterbirth. By the way, before I make my decision, let's get some support. Let's get our first sub over on Kick. We have no subs on Kick today. Okay? We do have some super chats. We do have a couple small tips. And we did have one member, but we have no subs on Kick. Who's going to be the first person to sub on Kick today? That is the question. All right? And let's get some more super chats. Let's get a big tip. Let's get a nice, big, juicy tip. I was supposed to get a $10 tip, and PayPal cock-blocked it. PayPal said, no, review the tip. That is absolutely unacceptable. All right? Can we get some actual tip support this morning? Let's go. All right. I have to figure out what the keyword is for today. What's going to trigger my AI to start contributing? Because remember, I need the AI to start contributing, right? Someone suggested something to me, and it was intriguing.
Come on then, dickhead. Why don't you tell us all about it?
Here's what they said. They said, are you aware that there are other content creators? Here's what they do. If they're indecisive about what to do on a stream, they'll actually throw it to the audience. But what they'll do, listen to this, they'll say, hey, here's what we do. Today, if you want this game, support the stream, and in your support, in the message, tell me what game you want. So let's say, for example, we're trying to decide between Metal Gear Solid Delta and Hollow Knight Silksong, right? So I would say, well, today when you contribute to the stream, in your message, say which game you want. I'll start a running tally of what support each game's getting, and by the end of the day, that determines what game I'm going to be playing, right? So, for example, I think someone showed me a suggestion of this. Like there's a sports streamer. I have no clue who they are. I actually never seen them before. I don't even know their name. But they showed me like their setup, and it was like, so here's the possible games that we can do today. We could do this team versus this team versus this team, or this team versus this team. Contribute, and I'll tally this up, and at the end, we'll see which had the most support, and that's what we're going to do. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I think this idea, in some cases, makes sense, okay? But in others, it doesn't. Some people have already argued, they already said in chat, well, doesn't that mean that the whales will just control your content? That the whales are purchasing a playthrough with their dollar? Because let's say, for example, today, I said, during the course of this GTA 4 stream and tonight's Chill with Phil stream, you could support either Metal Gear Solid Delta, or you can support Hollow Knight Silksong. Contribute. In your contribution, say what you want. I'll tally it up all day. I'll have a running total. And then, at the end of the day, I'll let you know what game had the most support. Now, although I do think this could be an excellent fundraising tactic, because let's be honest, there's some people out there who have said, I outright will pay for Metal Gear Solid Delta because I really want to see you play it. And then there's other people who are saying, I will outright pay for Hollow Knight Silksong because you didn't play Hollow Knight, and I'm dying to see Silksong. I want to see you play it. So this might actually bring people out to support a playthrough before I've even done the playthrough. You could raise money for something and you didn't even do it? Really? This is fascinating. This is a fascinating idea, and I didn't even come up with it. This is something, this is very interesting. All right? So here's what we're going to do. All right? Today, Matt says, you get a troll who donates $100 to purposely play the most boring game, and although you get the $100, which is great, now you might get overall less support for the totality of the stream that you're going to do. There you go. Here's what we're going to do, all right? Today, it's so good. Today, when you support the streams, all right? Like, for example, right now, if you're at a super chat, or if you're gonna tip, or even if you're going to give some subs, all right? When you do it, I want you to tell me, either in the body of your contribution or in chat, I want you to tell me, do you like this idea? Say, yes, Phil, I like the idea of having financial goals for certain playthroughs, and you should do that. If you don't like the idea, in your contribution, I want you to tell me that you don't like the idea and you don't want me to ever do it. Okay? So first, I want you to pay me to tell me if you even like the idea of having to raise funds to pick a playthrough. And then later on, I want you to again contribute for a playthrough before it even happens, and it may not even happen. For the record, I'm just messing with all of you. I'm not going to do any of this, okay? At least not now. I have no plans on doing any of this at all, okay? If people actually put their money where their mouth is, all right? And what I mean by that is people really this week seemed upset that I may not play this, and we're like, oh, we're going to support it, right? If you actually do support Metal Gear, we may hit enough goals to actually do DSP Tries It, the Flight of Beers taste test on tomorrow night's late stream after CVS 2 ends. We might actually be able to get to it. Right now, we're at 24 out of 30 goals. If we hit these goals, we'll do it. But we have to hit the goals. Okay? Let's do it. In fact, right now, why don't we get some support for my decision? Because I know you all really like my decision, right? You're all very pleased with the decision that I just made. So why not support the stream right now? Right? Why not send our first sub of the day? Why don't we get some subs over on Kick right now? I see some of you over there who are supporters. Why not send some subs? How about some memberships on YouTube? How about a super chat or a tip in celebration that we will be starting Metal Gear Solid Delta tomorrow right here on DSP Gaming? No? No, oh no, King Ferbs, I learned my lesson. King Ferb says, if they're putting their money where their mouth is, why don't you just do Metal Gear Solid all day tomorrow? Because I learned my lesson. All right? I can't play these new releases all day on release day, unless there's a few exceptions, maybe a game like Elden Ring or something like that. But I tried it the last 2 times that I played a new release all day on release day. The second stream didn't do well.
And so, he no make money.
Remember? Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mafia, and there was another one this year too. There were 3 times this year I did it. Every single time I did it, I paid for it. People don't want it all day. They'll take a big major stream, and like I said, tomorrow, because I'm not doing a podcast, we're gonna get like 3 to 4 hour chunk of Metal Gear in. People will like that, but people don't want Metal Gear all day long. People want variety, so we will do variety. We'll continue with that. Let's see here. MVL Roy, how you doing? Good morning. All right, so guys, we're about to end the show. Reminder, so here's today's schedule. Can we get halfway to the goal before the end? We are a mere like $10-something away. Can we hit $75 right now to end the podcast? That way we only have to raise the other half during the GTA part to hit the goal. Can we do it right now? Can we get our first sub on Kick? We had 0 support from Kick this morning. 0. And I'm getting tired of looking over there and seeing a big goose egg. I'm getting very frustrated. You understand me? Let's get some Kick support. Right now.
I've heard some bullshit in my time, mister, but yours is the best.